Okay, coming to you live from Silicon Valley from Plug and Play's corporate headquarters. I'm here with Candace Denton, Director of Business Development. Candace, how are you?
Doing great.
So can you tell me a little bit about what is Plug and Play and what do y'all do?
So we're a technology center here in Silicon Valley. We've got 3 locations. We provide services for well over 300 startups, and we have 5 pillars of resources that we help the startups with. The first is funding. We have our own funding arm. We do seed level investments anywhere from $25,000 up to about $500,000. We rarely, if ever, lead a round, so we always make it a point to co-invest with our VC partners. We've got over 170 VCs, corporate VCs, and corporate business development personnel coming through on a regular basis to see deal flow with our funding team. Our funding team reviews over 3,000 executive summaries per year. At any given time, we'll have about 100 startups that are in line basically to pitch to us and all of our VC partners. So first is funding. Second are facilities. We have, well over, I'd say 300,000 square feet here in Silicon Valley for the startups to use for office space, offering all the amenities that a Fortune 500 company would enjoy. The third area would be our corporate relationships, service partners, technology partners, the corporate business development. We offer kind of fast-track connections with potential business partners in the market. The fourth pillar would be mentorship and advisory services. We offer a number of educational courses. We have a full group of executives and residents that are available to be advisors or even potential co-founders with the startups. And the fifth and final pillar would be our networking events. So we have a huge networking event space upstairs, a full event coordination crew that regularly puts on as many as 120 events per year. And these events could be 20 students from Dartmouth who are here for a tech trek tour. It could be a 500-person expo event where 40 companies will give a quick 3-minute fast pitch to 100 VCs, etc. So we have a lot of fun, and the events are really the oil in the engine with everything we do, really bringing people together and to do business and to get exposure in the market.
And you guys have some pretty cool alums from here. As I sort of pan up and look at some of the people who have exited, what are some of the big names here that have come through your doors?
Well, PayPal, I think, is probably the most well-known, one of our startups that we invested in. Danger is another one of the earlier ones. Danger being the first smartphone platform maker, run by Andy Rubin, who now runs Android. More recently, we had Candace come through. They do motion sensor technology, and Microsoft acquired them for Kinect with their Xbox technology. Another one, Voodoo, an example. I don't know if you remember the Voodoo box.
Mm-hmm.
They were originally a set-top box, but they failed, honestly. It wasn't the best technology, and so what happened was we ended up peeling out the software and selling it to Walmart.com, and they're going to be integrating that into their IPTVs. And so we've had, a lot of really interesting, successful companies. Fastscale is another one, working in efficient, big data storage that was acquired by EMC last year. And actually, the CEO of Fastscale is now back here working on another startup.
Oh, very cool. And then just to close with, can you just talk about briefly how you all got into this business?
Good question. So our founder and CEO, he's a serial entrepreneur. He's involved in a lot of different businesses, from bottled water to plastics, etc. His family is involved in commercial real estate, and they had a building in Palo Alto where they happened to lease space to PayPal, Danger, Logitech, and Google. And that's where he began getting the idea as, well, maybe there's more to this than just leasing space to them. Maybe I should invest in them. Maybe I should get all of my friends who happen to be VCs to, help give me advice on who to invest in, etc. See, Saeed has a very strong business sense, but when it came to technology due diligence, that's why he always made it a point to bring in his VC partners to help co-invest in those companies. And so from there, if you fast forward probably 10 years, he came upon this building, which was the old headquarters of Philips Semiconductor. It's 179,000 square feet in this building alone. And he had the vision of filling it entirely with technology startups. There was equipment for a data center. Well, hey, let's have a data center too. There's space and a kitchen for events. Let's do tons of events. And we totally it was this huge snowball that developed. We started developing more businesses around it. We have a talent acquisition department that actually helps the startups hire. They brought me on for corporate 3 years ago, and back then we said, okay, well, we've got some events, let's find sponsors. And from there we realized, well, hey, there's a lot of potential to work with these corporations, connecting with them, having startups being able to tap into the customer channels of Dell or HP, etc. And so from there, it's just kind of one by one, we've added different things that we do. There's so many entrepreneurs out there internationally in universities that need the resources that are unique to Silicon Valley, and so we've really positioned ourselves as this soft landing and very plug-and-play, easy solution way to access what's truly unique to Silicon Valley. The money, the VC capital, the talent, the expertise. We have amazing educational institutions out here, Stanford, Berkeley, etc. And so, what is here in Silicon Valley is very special, and we're here to help give exposure of that to everyone around the world.
Excellent. Candace Denton, thank you so much.
Thank you.